Good morning. Now we are going to discuss about DNA as a genetic material. Direct evidence for DNA as genetic material was given by various scientists. First comes Frederick Griffith in 1928 did the experiment in bacterial transformation to prove the DNA as a genetic material. His experiment was continued by Oswald Averin, Colin McCann, and McLean McCanky in 1944 to prove that DNA as a genetic material. After comes Alfred D. Hershey and Marat Shas in 1952 did the experiment in T4 bacteriophage to prove that DNA is the only material which is responsible for the transformation. What the Griffiths do is he took the Streptococcus pneumoniae virulent strain, live virulent strain, and injected it to the mouse and observed that the mouses died. Then what he do is he took the live non-virulent strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae and injected into the mice and he observed that the mice is live. The mice get live due to the presence of the non-virulency. So next what he did is he heat killed the virulent strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae and injected into the mice and observed that the mice get live. This is the efficiency of the virulence is heat killed, hence the mice is not affected by the pneumonia. So next what he did is he get the mixture of he killed virulent strain and a live non-virulent strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae and then injected into the mice. This time he observed that the mice get died. The mice get died due to the some virulency happen in the mice and it is responsible for the cause of pneumonia. So what will happen means some of the virulence of the strain get transformed from the non-virulency to the virulency, and that's why the mice gets affected by the pneumonia. This was the observation what he observed in his experiment. From his experiment, Griffith came to the conclusion that some material get transformed from the non-virulency to the virulency and hence it is responsible for causing the pneumonia in the mice and get the mice died. Next came Averin, McLean and McCanky. They continued Griffith's experiment in 1944 to prove that DNA is a genetic material. So what they do is they basically did the experiment by using three enzymes, that is the DNase which is able to digest the DNA and RNase which can able to digest RNA and protease that can able to digest the protein, and they prove that DNA digesting enzymes destroy all the transforming ability. In every McCone and McCanky experiment, they took the smooth strain, which is the virulent strain, and get centrifuge it and collect the pellet and heat killed the virulent strain and collected it. After that, they introduced three enzymes, that is protease, ribonuclease, that is RNase, and DNase enzyme into it, and then they inoculated the rough strain to all those three tubes. So first tubes contained heat killed smooth strain plus virulent rough strains plus DNA is treated, and then second tube contains the heat killed smooth strain plus virulent rough strain plus RNA is treated, and then third tube contains heat killed smooth strain with rough virulent strain with protease treated, and the fourth one is kept as a control, which contains only the rough strains and the smooth strain. In these four test tubes, they observed that first tubes there is no transformation occurs. That is, there is only the rough strain is isolated. In the second tube, both strains, rough strains and smooth strain is isolated, and in third tube also rough strain and smooth strain is isolated, and in control tube also rough strain and smooth strain get isolated. So the first tube, where the tube is treated with DNase, there is no smooth strain is present. This is because there is no transformation get occurred. So the transformation is due to presence of DNA. So in this tube the DNA is absent, hence there is no transformation occurred. This is the conclusion that came made. From this experiment, they conclude that DNA is the only active factor which is responsible for the transformation, and the smooth strains contain that active factor. So hence there is an absence of DNA, there is no transformation occur. The presence of DNA, there will be a transformation occur. Next comes Hershey and Chase did the experiment in 1952 using the T4 bacteriophage. The T4 bacteriophage composed of only the DNA and the protein. Then hence it is easily to determine whether the transformation is due to the DNA or the protein. In Hershey and Chase experiment, what they did is they took the T4 bacteriophage and grew in the medium that containing the radioactive material, that is 32P phosphorus, which is code for the DNA, and 35S sulfur, which codes for the protein. After growing the T4 bacteriophage in the radio labeled medium, they isolate it and get allowed to affect the E. coli. So in the E. coli, only the 32P radio labeled phages are produced, and there is no presence of 35S radio labeled. From this they can understood that the transformation is due to the presence of DNA only, not for the protein, because while affecting the T4 bacteriophage in E. coli, only the DNA material enters into the E. coli, not the protein. So because of the entering of the DNA, it produces the 32 labeled radioactive material. Hence, the result of the Hershey and Chase experiment clearly indicate that DNA and not the protein get entered into the bacterial cell. So the DNA entering the host carries the genetic materials for synthesis of the new phage particles. From this they can able to prove that DNA is the genetic material in the bacteriophage and not the protein. Thank you for listening.